If you lived on the strip of Vegas for a year and a half, you couldn't leave the strip, or you lived in prison, minimum security, Martha Stewart type stuff, what do you think you'd be changed more?
I think
Vegas.
No, prison.
Nah, prison you get in a routine. Vegas, you start to lose track of the time.
I was at the Riviera Hotel for a week. You've done that gig, right?
Different gig for a week in Vegas.
It took me a week to figure out what I would be doing in Las Vegas, living on the strip.
Every morning I come down to get my coffee and I'm blown away by the lone gambler at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, are you still up from last night? Did you just get here? What is your story? Just looking at them depresses me. Like, how does it get to that?
You ever checking out of a hotel in Las Vegas and you're going by the slots, just like a look up, like... and then a look back, like, do you make eye contact with them?
Guys, you complain you don't like the ads? I hear you. You want to be able to talk to us? I hear you. That's why you got to join us on the Pete and Sebastian Patreon channel for Loose Ends, okay? Sign up, $5 a month. You get 4 episodes of the cast commercial free, plus a 5th bonus that no one else gets. And you get every Tuesday Loose Ends, which is me hosting a live show on our Patreon channel. Often Sebastian joins. I know for a fact he's going to join tonight. We're doing a Loose Ends. That's every Tuesday, hour and a half. DJ Lou comes on. We talk about our favorite songs. We take live calls from so many guests, and you never know what's going to happen. So you want to have some more fun with us? That is the place to be. See you Tuesday on Loose Ends.
Thanks to Zocdoc for sponsoring this episode. Now, Zocdoc is a free app and website where you could search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. Next time you need a doctor, I know exactly where you're going to go. It's Zocdoc. It's just that easy. Now, stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to Zocdoc.com/thecast to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/thecast. Zocdoc.com/thecast. I gotta do a shout-out, Pete, to Omaha Steaks for sponsoring this episode. All right? Mm-hmm. I'm a dad, and you know damn well I love to grill and make steak for the family. Just the other night I was out there and I'm doing another technique on the Omaha Steaks where I sear it and then I put it in the oven, let it rest, and then slice. I got to tell you, butter these things are. When it comes to Father's Day, some things, they just never change. And all these dads out there that listen to the show, they want meat. All right? USDA certified tender steaks, burgers, and much, much more. I'm telling you, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience, guaranteed to secure your spot as a dad favorite. Now, this Father's Day, give dad the world's best steak experience with Omaha Steaks. Go to the website, omahasteaks.com, for guaranteed perfect gifts that deliver legendary quality. And for an extra $35 off, use the promo to cast at checkout. Who's better than you? That's omahasteaks.com and an extra $35 off with the promo code TheCast at checkout. See the site for details.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Pete and Sebastian Show, lots to get into today. Pete out there coming in hot on a Fredonia tip. I got to jump into this because you're familiar with this, and I want to get your take on it. We played Toronto this week. On the way back from Toronto at night, I was on a private airplane. I was the only one on the plane. It was a larger plane just because it was a longer distance to get back. 2 pilots and myself, and I'd say about 2 hours into the flight, I'm listening to a movie in my headphones, but through the headphones I hear the hell is that? I never heard this on an airplane, ever. I go up into the cockpit, and one of the pilots has his oxygen mask on.
Holy.
I go, what's going on? The other pilot's like, we're just testing the oxygen. And I go, shouldn't we have done that before we take off? Like, what? What are we doing in mid-flight for?
Right.
And like, if you're gonna test it, don't you come back and go, hey, we're testing oxygen up here.
Right.
If you hear anything, so I go, should I have mine on? Like, did you forget to tell me that?
I feel sometimes these they have no idea, because they're just so used to flying, how sensitive and nervous we are about every little thing. I mean, you hear a noise, you come up and you see one of the pilots with an oxygen mask on. All of a sudden, my heart's coming out of my chest. I mean, out of my chest.
Yeah. So, yeah, he also said something about the eyes. When you fly, your eyes get dry, and the oxygen helps moist. I think that's what he said, but it was like one of these things where I was trying to analyze, did I catch them doing something up here that they're like, oh, shit, we should have told them? Like, I was trying to figure out what was going on. So I go back to my seat again. Another hour, I hear the same thing. I go, oh God, is this it? Is this the other guy? Is it? Oh. And why can't they do it at the same time? Can't they? If they both would have had the oxygen mask on, and I went up there, I would have had a heart attack.
Exactly. I mean, that's probably why they didn't. That's crazy.
If they both had it on and they looked at me and they would have said, "You don't have yours on?" That's all I. So
we only have 2. We were trying to get away with you not knowing. Sorry.
Oh God! So that was my flight back.
Hold on, before we go any further, don't you see? I'm just saying this as a friend, and this has had to have been addressed to you in the past. What I'm about to, I'm prefacing all this by saying, because I've even I see it when I'm around you when I do something. Is there any way, and maybe you'd live a better life if you could learn to like shut down how much you look for and see at any given moment around you? I realize that's your bread and butter. That's also how you made, your career idea is by observing and then commenting on it. But I just feel like, again, flying is another example, but you do it in every aspect of your life. You can't just walk into a room if you're going out to dinner and just sit down and enjoy dinner with the people. It's got to be a CIA surveying the room without anyone knowing. Problem with that. Probably going to have a problem with that.
Oh, you don't do this?
I'm not on your level. If I have a problem with something, I address that. That's done. Now I have no more problems. You just bubble. Everything's bubbling, constant bubbling.
Well, this leads us into the next story. I want to get your take on this.
All right.
Now that I'm not touring as much, I'm going to things that, any father would go to, birthday parties, what have you. So Sunday, we got a birthday party.
Here we go. Right? Fucking up everybody's routine, I bet. Here we go. Dad's home.
So we pull up. We were coming from gymnastics, so Serafina had to undress in the car and put the outfit on that she had for the birthday party. Now, as we're doing this, kid comes up to the car, also going to the birthday party, but kind of wanders up, and I'm, like, if my kid wanders away from me, and we're getting out of the car, and he starts going to another car, I would tell Serafina, hey, whoa, get back here. Where are you going? None of that. Kid comes in, and Serafina had to dive in the back of the trunk because she was naked and didn't want this kid seeing her, right? So, all right, I clocked that. I go, this kid right now, when I go into the party, he's on my radar.
Is it boy?
Boy.
How old?
6.
I mean, unless the kid came up and kicked you in the shin and said something mean, like, he's a 6-year-old boy. Of course he's going to wander off. And, there's a pretty girl in the car getting dressed. I think he's ahead of the game. Sorry. I mean, I know it's your daughter, but I'm just saying.
Listen. He didn't know what was going on in the car. He shouldn't have been there.
I know. All right. Was it a parking lot, by the way, or a driveway of a house?
We're on a street of a neighborhood.
All right.
We go in the house, right? Now, these dads, they kind of hang out together socially. They get together, they drink together. They're like, they're like buddies, I guess. So, and me, I'm coming in. I know them. They've been at my house, but I don't like hang out with them, golf with them. That's what I'm kind of. So I'm like new kid on the block, right? Right. So they're all sitting around, they're talking, this and that and the other. I said, I'm just observing. I'm not really chatting, just more quiet.
Right. Like I said. You act like you always, I'm just being polite and quiet. You're taking everything in.
I'm taking everything in, but I'm not like, I don't go into the house with that motive. It's just, if I see it, it's like, we all got eyes. I see it. It's right in front of me. And this is the example I'm gonna tell you right now.
All right. But
we go out to the Piñata. They got a Piñata. So they give the kids a stick and they blindfold them, and then they hit the Piñata. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Now I'm looking and going, this a little too close to the stick, back up. In my head, I'm doing like back up. And when my kids get near the thing, I tell them, back up, right? Serafina, back up, right? That's what is this? What is that?
You're just you're a pain in the ass sometimes when you get, I can see you. You're leaning back there, everyone's having a good time. You get sometimes a little too much with the back up. They're like, all right, I do with my kid too. I'm trying to be better at it, but like, don't you ever find you're like too much? You don't feel you're ever. I'm
preventing a trip to the hospital and an eyeball on the floor.
Well, all right, okay. So, okay.
Now, there's a tree there.
Yeah,
and around the tree is decorative rocks, small pebbles, this big.
Yeah,
my son's there. The kid is behind him. The kid that came out to us in the street, he's behind him. And the kid, his father's there. And I don't know this family, but the kid is kicking the rocks out of the... And then onto they have like a turf instead of grass. So, my son is trying to put the rocks back.
Class.
Now, I go to Caruso, don't kick the rocks out of there. I know he's trying to put them back.
Nice.
So I'm disciplining my kid, even though he doesn't need the discipline, to trigger the father.
Love it.
Right? To tell.
No. Do you pull your kid aside and go, listen, I know you were good.
You're getting ahead of me.
I'm sorry.
I said, Caruso, stop that. You don't kick rocks out of there. What do you? And this is in front of all the parents. And the father goes, my son's giving him a bad example. And I go, I know. Just like that, right to the father. This guy. the rest of the party who knows me, they're dying laughing. They can't believe I pulled a Pete.
That's yeah,
in the middle of the party.
But pulling a Pete is done. It's what you do, but then you leave. You don't pull a Pete and linger. Oh my God, that's fucking new territory, guy. Making it wildly uncomfortable for everybody.
I'm not that educated in pulling a Pete where I even knew to leave. I had to stand my ground. We're all watching the Piñata, right? But I tell you, this had a ripple effect throughout the party that I didn't see coming, right?
Yeah. So, thanks to Zocdoc for sponsoring this episode. Have you ever woken up with a funky symptom like a swollen, itchy eye or funky looking rash, tight pain in your neck, and immediately Googled it or searched TikTok to see what was wrong? We've all been down that rabbit hole trying to figure out what's wrong with us, but it's time to get the help and care you really need with Zocdoc, okay? So you go to Zocdoc. It's a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click and instantly book an appointment. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care, urgent care, and more. Appointments made through Zocdoc also happen fast, typically within 72 hours, man, of booking, 24 to 72. You can even score same-day appointments. So the next time you need a doctor, you know exactly where you should be going, and that's Zocdoc. It's just so easy. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/thecast to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/thecast. ZocDoc.com/thecast. All right, thanks to Omaha Steaks for sponsoring this episode. I just had Mother's Day. My father-in-law came over and he said this might be the best steak I ever had. Is this from that thing that you do the commercials for? I said, yes, it is, Mike. It's Omaha Steaks, and they're the best. So what's around the bend now but Father's Day? And some things never change, man. Your dads, they want steak. From USDA certified tender steaks to burgers and more, and Omaha Steaks delivers. I'm telling you, man. It's the best steak, really. So guaranteed to secure your spot on Dad's favorite gift list. Get the steaks. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality. Really does, man. And every bite is backed by an unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. Every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers. Grass-fed, grain-finished beef has more marbling for exceptional flavor and is the choice of steakhouses and professional chefs around the world. Oh man, these cows are eating beautiful, delicious grass. So this Father's Day, give your dad the world's best steak experience with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for guaranteed perfect gifts that deliver legendary quality, and for an extra $35 off, use the promo code THECAST at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, and an extra $35 off with the promo code THECAST at checkout.
And Pete, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Did you just say they're eating delicious grass?
Yes.
How could you go wrong with a cow that's eating delicious grass?
Grass has no fertilizer on it. Just beautiful prairie grass touched by the gods. It's all they're eating. Sipping river water. You could bite into the back of one of these cows, right into the back of it, and you wouldn't even get sick. That's how healthy the cows are that you're eating from. Omaha Steaks, baby.
Holy shit. So this guy's like, I don't know if he heard me. I don't know what the hell, but you could just tell he was shook, and then he told his son to put the rocks back, right? Yeah. Now, my kid's up next to do the piñata. Kid cut in front of her and tried to steal her turn. The father next to me got up and said, no, that's Serafina's turn. That's Serafina's turn. And he got up and, bro, everybody, all the fathers now
I love it.
are on their toes because they know I'm critiquing their parenting.
Oh, shit, right? They're like, move that kid before Sebastian grabs the kid by the collar and moves him out of the way. Wow, this is fascinating, because these are the kind of things that are supposed to be enjoyable, but they're not for a parent because of exactly what you're saying. With the piñata, there's not enough rules with the piñata. If you get 3 swings and some I was gonna say something rude, but some less than kid misses with 2 swings, he don't get 2 more until he makes fucking contact. He sucks. Get him out. He gets 3, and then do we spin them and walk them this way? Like, I just feel that like we change the rules sometimes depending on the kid swinging, and I got a problem with that. And then if you're a good swinger, go ahead.
No, if you're a good swinger, what?
And you're the one who blasts it. Again, it's like it's not teaching it's teaching America how it really honestly is, unfortunately. You're the one who gets the work done and blast the fucking thing open, and all the minions jump down there and take the shit before you can even get your blindfold off and get at it.
Okay. I'm going to take you through this piñata game. And I was getting real frustrated. Now, you got about, let's say 12 kids there between the ages of 6 and 9. They put a blindfold on the kid, and the kid gets 3 swipes at it, right? Ting, ting, ting. Okay, Johnny, take the thing. You give it to the next kid. Okay. Now, 12 kids go, they ain't a dent. Bro, these piñatas, these Mexicans make the piñatas with like plaster and cement, right? This ain't. You need like a lumberjack to come in there with like a blade and slice this thing open. A broomstick ain't doing the job.
Shit, piñatas are for a fucking frat party in a college, right? And I know you say the little girl comes up and she goes, and you go, oh Jesus, we're gonna be here till Wednesday. What are we gonna do? So what's the next move? I know what the next move is.
So okay, we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around again. Another 12. We went 3 rounds, 36. We're at 100 slaps on this thing, right?
Right.
And so at this point, it's like have an adult go over there and stab it and get this thing going, right? 6-year-old are gonna make no dent in this thing, and they're all like, "Oh, great, Johnny, you really did good. You did good. There's nothing happening. There's nothing."
Did you take the usually after the first round? Take the blindfold.
By the second, with the blindfold off, and then I'm like, "Okay, take the blindfold."
I feel like Caruso could decapitate this thing. I mean,
he gave it. Again, he's my kid, so I'm gonna say he gave it probably the best smack out of all. There was a Chinese kid there that was pretty strong too, but I like what Caruso was doing. But I mean, come on, man. So finally, they got a hole in it, and then somebody went in and kind of ripped it open. And here's the move, bro. Caruso got in there like he was scrambling for a loose football in an NFC playoff game, right? He was on. They had to take the pile off, take the kid. And my kid came out with like an abundance of candy, right? Serafina had a lot too, so they come over and I go, I want to get your take on this. I go, take one and give it to the right. Take one and give the rest away. You ain't eating all that. 1. They're like, Daddy, could I have 2? I said 2's fine, but give the rest away. Now, Russo takes 2, gives the but I have to rewind earlier in the day, and I don't know if they're doing this with Sadie. Maybe not, because maybe they are. At the end of soccer. Mm-hmm. They give treats out, which I don't understand this. Popsicles, cookies, donuts, right? This is right after you exercise. We're teaching the kids to load up on sugar. What the fuck is this?
I know, right?
We used to have oranges or fruit, right? So I tell Caruso, I said, don't take the popsicle. They give him popsicles. I said, no popsicle for you. Okay, nice. Daddy. Right? Now he's the only kid that don't get a popsicle because we're going to brunch after this.
Yeah.
So the father goes, Caruso, you didn't get a popsicle. Come get your popsicle. He goes, no, thank you. I go, oh, yeah. I made the father feel bad that his kid was having a popsicle, right? Bro, it's my new thing. It's my new thing. I'm trying to change the way we parent, one popsicle at a time. All right. Now we
but let's point out how many kids play soccer and then go to brunch. I mean, we're gonna skip past that. He's bailing on the popsicle because he knows he's getting some fucking, honey dip sundae. I don't know what the hell he's getting with his dessert after brunch, but
it's a casual brunch. It's called Salt Cure. I know it's on Highland. It's not like a Four Seasons brunch. It's like pancakes and casual. Right? So the candy, we give the candy away. And the kid's like, "Oh, you don't want your candy? You take it." Father sees he's taking Caruso's candy and heard what I said. He goes, No. You don't take that candy. You just have one. This is what comes from a 51-year-old father. Wisdom, knowledge, and not afraid to not be your kid's buddy. Which is all these fathers, that they're afraid to say anything because they're afraid the kid ain't gonna like them. Nah.
Yeah.
The fathers left that party with a new take on parenting. Are they going to continue it past that party? Absolutely not, because I'm not there to judge them. But I gotta tell you, bro.
Right.
You say, you can't have a good time, this, that, and the other thing. I can have a good time if everybody is behaving properly.
Listen, I love it. I love the way you're rubbing off on people. I love the way your kid, he's not coming across snobby about these things. He's just saying, no, thank you. With the pop, and just, I'm telling you, man, leading by example. I dig it. I'm liking what I'm seeing, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, I'll go a step further with it. I said, we don't eat that garbage that comes out of the piñata, because it doesn't make us strong. All right. I go, when you're playing football, you're playing soccer, you need energy, and energy comes from nutritious foods. My son looks at me and goes, "Daddy, if I ever have a piñata, I'm going to have fruit come out of my piñata. Apples, carrots, bananas. That's what I want my piñata." I go, "Yeah, well, you're not going to have any friends if we do that, but
yeah, your piñata's going to weigh about 400 pounds. But I like his attitude. But I think he knows the difference between what's a treat and what's not. That's what I'm saying. I'm guilty of that too. Kids trying to bang a piñata, you're giving them a lecture about how we don't eat a lot of what's in a piñata because that's not really good for us. And, oh my God, guy, take a fucking knee. That's all I'm saying. I mean, don't get mad at me. I'm fooling around with you, but
you're fucked up.
Well, I think he knows that what's in the piñata. I love the idea of don't. Well, go ahead.
It's the problem with parenting. Take a knee. You take a knee, and next thing you know, your kid is on OnlyFans.
Yeah, but don't.
Thank you.
All right. No, well, I'm not saying take a knee and come back 3 years later. I'm saying sometimes if you say, don't you find I say too much and my kid it starts to zone me out, like a professor that said something interesting, but now he's still going. I'm like, guy, I'm still trying to take in the other thing, and you won't see.
Nah,
but
I tell you what it is. For me, I tell you what it is. When the bird comes back to the nest and he's dropping the worms in the chicklet's mouth, right? And they got their mouth open like this. They can't wait. That's my kids. Tell us, Daddy. Tell us the way.
Oh shit! I tell you, man, your boy he's like a sponge. It seems to be for whatever you're saying. Now, what do you think about? Because I like the idea of you're his father. You're not his buddy. I've seen through the years. What do you think about when the father is the best man for the son at the son's wedding?
That I don't have a problem with. I think as you grow older, a lot of sons and fathers have a bond that's it's my mentor, it's the man I look up to all my life. I could see that. I'm just saying in these younger years, and I'm not saying I'm always in on my kids, because what you're not seeing is It's a new game I've implemented at night. And again, sometimes I got to pat myself on the back because if I don't, nobody is. It's called 10 Questions. Now, I have the kids have a room where Serafina's bedroom's here, Caruso's bedroom here, but there's a door in between. So you could open that door and you could see this kid, you could see that kid, right? So I stand in the middle of the door and I've asked ChatGPT come up with 100 questions for a 6 and 8 year old kid that are fun, trivia, things they would know. And the first one to 10 wins. Now what you win is Daddy comes, it's kind of a weird prize. Daddy tucks you in last. So Caruso has lost the last 7 nights. He hasn't won yet, right? Because Serafina's just older and beating him to the punch. So I go at tuck in Caruso. And by the way, when I say tuck in, it's not tuck in, bro. I want to get your take on this. I get under the sheets with my son. Me and him, we just lay there next to each other. And then I tell him kind of a review of the day. I ask him, anybody make you laugh today at school? He goes, no, not today. I go, you make anybody laugh? And he'll tell me a story. Oh, I made Fred laugh and we had a good time. I ask him these probing questions saying, listen, you got any crushes? You like any girls? Just goofing around, right? Just if you need to tell me anything, you'll never get in trouble. Anything going on in your life, I just pumping this shit into his head. Then I go to Serafina's room, and same thing, goofing around with her, this, that, and the other thing. I think the bedtime is the best time for these, because during the day, school, fine. No, at the end, they want you to stay. At least at this age, they want me to stay in the room because the longer I stay, the longer they stay up. So I got this game I'm doing, and I don't know if you've ever had this in your relationship. You ever do something and then they're like, mommy wants to do what daddy's doing. Like mommy wanted to do the questions. And the kids are like, no, daddy does the questions best. So
that's so funny.
This week has been a good week for me to insert myself back into a consistent parent because, with the travel in and out of town. And by the way, Lana's gone. Lana left this morning for a little girls trip, just 24 hours, just going to Santa Barbara. So I got the kids. I kind of like when I'm quarterbacking this thing because it's just done. I run this thing like Tesla, right? It's just dialed in tight.
It's funny because Jackie is getting home today, but she went for 24 hours with a girlfriend from Rochester. They just meet up and stay in a hotel in Buffalo. So I had Sadie last night. Again, same thing, alone. And I think like you're like me, like there's a lot of things like I want to be the one to tell my kid or teach my kid. You know what I mean? So like, I got to ask you to think about this because like, I think you would do this, but she's getting ready to go to bed last night. And we always talk right before she goes to bed when she's brushing her teeth and her hair and she's all done. I'll sit on a bench and we bullshit. So anyway, she puts on, we always play country music now. She puts on this country channel. A song comes on with a guy saying, you're my proof. Basically, he's using, like with booze, 80 proof, 90 proof. The chorus is, she's his proof. Like, you're all my proof or something like that. And I said to Sadie, you know what proof means? What he's talking about? And she's like, no, what do you mean? And I was like, brush your teeth and then meet me downstairs. And we have this like little hutch area where our bar is. And I proceeded for like 25 minutes. We went through all the booze. And I explained 60. I go, anything over 60 proof and you're starting to get some strong stuff. I go, over 80 proof. I go, just the littlest amount. I go, now if someone's in a bar and they go, just give me 2 fingers of whiskey. What do you think 2 fingers means? And she's like, I don't know. I go, you put them that way. You fill it up to there. What's neat? What's on the rocks? Now, if I say to you,
this is beautiful. I'm sorry. Parents out there, Get out your pad right now and start taking notes of what you do as a father. All right? He's teaching his daughter
Drinks.
what neat means when you order scotch.
If I go, and I'm testing it too, I go, so if I come up and say whiskey neat with a glass of water, what do I want? You want a glass of whiskey with nothing else in it, and then you want water on the side. And I'm like, you got it.
I'm going to correct you here because I grew up in the bar game.
Yes.
Neat with a water back.
Oh, I knew it was something beautiful like that. I didn't know what it was. Neat with a water back. Oh, yes. If I'm a woman and I hear a man order that, before I even see him, I'm like, who am I fucking tonight? Who said, where's the man? Yeah, I mean, that's a man. There's a man in this bar right now. I love it. Then I'm explaining to her, like, you know, the difference between gin. Not so much, I go, you know, the taste, but I'm like, I don't know. I go, Grandma used to sometimes drink gin, and I go, you know what I'm saying? I'm only speaking for myself, but I see you drink a lot of liquor. Sometimes you're more like, and she goes, angry, Dad, like, and I go, yeah, but beer, it's always, everything's just jolly and easy. I go, you know, but I walked it through it all, and it was pretty neat, man. And smelling them all.
Did you give her a little? Did you give her a little like? Has she had alcohol yet? Like a little taste of wine?
Beer and wine, but not liquor. But she, no, she smelled it and she didn't. She didn't even want to, but I didn't want to sip it. But then she found like we had a bottle in there that's 100 proof. So she's like, "Look at this one, Dad. What's the most proof?" I'm like, "Moonshine." Yeah, moonshine. You know. But it was again, daughter being taught booze by her dad. That's how you. I don't know. I hate these expressions. Keep them off the pole, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Shit. Just raise them right. But I love it, man. I love the stuff you're doing, bro. I love it. It's like your boy. I saw your boy vacuum, and I still love that one. When you made him clean out the back of the car.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying these little things that you have your kids do, little morsels of knowledge, wisdom that you pass down. And I think, you know, I was thinking about this the other day. Yeah, you know, I did have kids later in life. You know, my father had me when he was, 27, 28? Yeah, so I don't think I would have been able to give my kid the type of upbringing that I'm giving them now with this wisdom and experience and maturity. Younger father, yeah, you could do more things. Maybe you're a little bit more, have more energy or what have you. But I feel like an older father, you can't replace the type of life experience and that transfer to the kids. It's just, to me, I'm sitting there going, yeah, I might be sucking on oxygen when my kid's 28, right? They might have to, you know, change my diaper, but I gotta tell you, what's happening now can't replace it.
No, your level of knowledge, and there are things. I bet there's times your kids are blown away when you're telling them their own thought process, right? Like, okay, I just did it last night with Sadie. She's like, I come up with a new creative story for school, and she's like, this boy and a girl like each other. It's the summertime, then they got to go back to school, and I'm like, you're doing Grease, and then she goes, no. Because then they meet up 20 years later, and I go, now I busted you trying to sell me the story that's Grease. So then you added the 20 years thinking that I'm not going to know that you're doing, you're digging it for, that's not what I'm doing. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Of course it is, because I'm in my 50s and you're fucking dumb. You're dumb, you don't know shit. Right, bro? I'm so much smarter than you. It's like, you know, these kids need school so bad, right? Just, you know, she's going to do one thing yesterday. She's going to work the hose and do something I didn't even ask her to do. I go, Sadie, I don't need you to do that. Just put the hose down, please. I don't need you to do it. Fucking 8 hours later, I come out to walk the dog at night, and there's a giant puddle. I'm like, what the fuck? She left the hose on. She fucking left one thing she had to do. So, I need your opinion on this one. Because I didn't know how to handle this one. Like, I want to teach a lesson for throwing Dad under the bus, but then she is protecting Mom. last night Jackie calls, and at the end of the night, she's in the hotel with a friend, just saying goodnight to you guys. And then she goes to me on the phone, did Sadie, and Sadie's right there listening, we're on speed. Sadie play violin, practice violin today? And I go, yeah, we got to that too. And I'm like that. And Sadie goes to me, she lips the word thank you, because she didn't. Okay, because, she's got that thing that, yeah, no, we banged that out. So then she goes, let me say goodnight to Sadie. So Sadie gets on. She goes, and right away, Sadie goes, hey, Mom, listen, I didn't get to violin. I'm sorry, I didn't. And then I hear Jackie go, so your father lied to me. Well... And then I look at Sadie and I go like, what the hell, man? You just throwing me under the bus. And then she gets off. It's funny to her. Sorry, Dad. I go, sorry, Dad. The mom thinks I'm lying. She goes, it's Mom, Dad. I can't lie to Mom. I tell the truth. And I'm like, but you can throw me under the bus? Okay. Listen, all I know is if Jackie and I ever got divorced and the judge gave Sadie the decision where she wanted to live, I'd go to the judge. Don't even ask. I already know. I get her every other Sunday.
Yeah, no chance.
No chance.
Same with my. Well, here we did a thing last night where I pretend I'm on top of Mommy, and I pretend like I'm like fighting Mommy, and Caruso is brushing his teeth. Caruso comes on, he sees that, he dives on me, get off of Mommy. We do this as a joke. Get off.
Yeah.
So we switched it around last night. Lana got on top of me and Serafina brushing her teeth. She came out and Serafina took Mommy right off and then went to go hug Daddy. So we know what's happening with the two kids. I'm getting Serafina and she's getting Caruso.
I don't know. I think you'd be surprised, bro. They both go, Dad, listen, we love you, but it would be just too intense. It would be too intense. You'd be so mad. You'd be so mad that Mom left you on top of everything else. You'd be angry all the time.
So,
bro, got to leave you with a little tidbit here to when we get to Vegas. I'll tell you more on a personal level, but just... I'll leave this. Had a first the other day. I'm not laughing about it, but had to leave a text to an acquaintance wishing them good luck with their 1.5-year prison sentence. Oh, there's a text you never think you're sending. I go, I'm going, Jack, what do you think it is? I'm about to send it. That's good. No, that's good.
Wait a minute.
I can't say too much. For anyone listening, though, it's not a friend from high school. I have like 6 friends, but they're probably guessing which one right now.
Is it a comedian?
I can't say anything else, but no, it's not. It's not, but I can't say anything else. I'll tell you when I see you, though. I'll tell you.
Yeah, but you can't say that, drop it on the cast. The whole cast right now is sitting there with bated breath going, what happened? You can't give me a piece of filet and then put the rest in the fridge. Come on, man.
What? That's the filet. The filet is I left a text for someone going to prison. I'm like, you keep your head down. I think I hit him with, you'll be out before you know. Guy, there's no card for that. There's no fucking card for that. Have you ever gone to Hallmark? They don't have one. They should have one. A lot of people go to prison. They should get a card.
Did you know this person was possibly going to prison, or did they call you one day and go?
Yes.
Okay.
It was.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Did you get a response back?
Yes, I did. Appreciated the message and the support because a lot of people turned the cheek. I didn't. And he was quite happy because Perky. Apparently, he got a lenient sentence, so he was a little hop in his step. So
we're gonna have to discuss this in Las Vegas.
Prison changes a man, right? I'd say. I don't know. If you lived in Vegas for a year, if you lived on the strip of Vegas for a year and a half, you couldn't leave the strip, or you lived in prison. Low minimum, max minimum security, Martha Stewart type stuff. What do you think you'd be changed more after a year and a half in minimum security prison or after a year and a half living on the strip of
I think no, prison by far.
Prison. You get in a routine. Vegas, start to lose track of the time. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I was at the Riviera Hotel for a week, and at that point, that you've done that gig, right?
I've done a different gig for a week in Vegas though with the Hilton.
Okay,
yeah.
So I felt like I had a system down in a week. I go, okay, if I had to live here for a year, this would be my routine. Right? So
yeah.
It took me a week to figure out what I would be doing in Las Vegas, living on the strip. Right.
Right. But it's so like every morning I come down to get my coffee and I'm blown away by the lone gambler at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, are you still up from last night? Did you just get here? What is your story? Your presence is just looking at them depresses me because it's like,
I know.
Like, how does it get to that?
do you ever checking out of a hotel in Las Vegas and you're going by it's 8 in the morning and you're going by the slots and you see this, but then you're leaving on the gambler, you see this and just like a look up like and then a look back, like you make eye contact with them, but it's so it's like a soul. The soul is gone.
Totally. If you do it, no one really does it, but if you walk through a casino and look at everyone gambling, nobody's smiling.
No.
None. It's like, it's pretty intense, man. So anyway, I'll fill you in on that, but I did get a response, and he was so just, for the listeners out there, if someone, makes a mistake and they're going to end up in the clink for a little while, don't turn a blind eye, man. Don't turn a blind eye.
Well, I mean, you got to tell me what happened, and then we could have more of a discussion about, like, if you were, like, right to stick by his side, or because I have a feeling I'm going to hear this story, and I'm going to go, what?
Well, I mean, I'm not sticking by his side. I'm not visiting with, like, pie, if that's what you mean.
You're not going to put a hand up on the glass as you're talking to him?
Oh, my God. I've never done that.
I've never been to a prison. Never.
Me neither, man.
No, I don't want to go. Never. It's awful.
Yeah.
I do have something else I want to share. I went to the dermatologist, Lon, and did I tell you this?
No.
Okay. We made back-to-back appointments to get thoroughly checked from a dermatologist. So she went first, right? Mm-hmm. And then I went in. And the woman's, and I don't like when they say this, they're like, we need you to fully disrobe. Okay? So naked.
Right.
We're going to check everything. I'm thinking, hey, we're going to check everything.
You should be I see what you're going for now, though, man. Like, you're going for overall, knock wood, and on top of it, health. So,
I want no surprises.
At this age and this point in your life, if someone wants you to drop your drawers, I feel like if they said spread your ass cheeks, you'd be even more excited. Like, oh, they're getting thorough, bro. I'm just saying, what if there's a birthmark in between your ass cheeks and you don't want to derobe and then you die of skin cancer because you didn't let her see in between your ass cheeks? You know what I'm saying? It's like, if we're doing it, you got to do it. If you're going to be thorough, then you should want to be naked with every doctor, even your fucking dentist, root canal, naked. No, but I'm serious. Every doctor, you should want to be naked because of what you're going for. I'm done. I just had to say that.
Well, no, listen, I and I don't know if you, it's a woman doctor, so it's a nurse. Nurse.
That's sexual, guy. You gotta have a man doctor.
Well, I didn't have a choice. It was woman nurse, woman doctor. Wow. And then before we start, I get a knock at the door. It's my wife. She wants to know if she could come in during the exam. No.
It's a threesome.
No,
it's a threesome.
it's a foursome.
A foursome. That's more women seeing your penis since the day you were born. Assuming there was a few nurses in the office. Assuming that's a lot of female eyeballs on your.
What's your take on your wife being there for your exam? Now, because I felt it took me back to childhood when my mother took me to the pediatrician. The doctor's talking to Lana like I don't even speak English. I felt like they had to bring her in because I didn't know the language, and you know,
Right.
so does he have any spots? Yes, he does. He has it because Lana looks at me like a monkey. Like she picks through everything. Like at night, she goes, "What is this? What is that? What's this on your back?" You know. So she has in her head all the things that she wants fixed. Right.
Right. Nice.
A little, because I don't know. I would have went in there and took my clothes off and left. Right. But Lana's like, he's got this on his head, he's got this on his back, and it's stuff that I didn't even know that she knew she was clocking. Right.
Right. I feel like if the doctor don't see that, there ain't a problem.
Yeah. Well, Lana was like, she's got like little red dots. She's like, oh, that's nothing. That's she's called them web somethings. I don't know. All right, fine. So I got the robe on. I felt like I didn't get the full exam in the private area because Lana was there. I felt like she took her middle finger and like flicked my nut up a little bit and then just like left to put it down just because she's like, I ain't gonna get involved with the wife's here. What am I gonna do? Fondle this guy?
Yeah.
So I came out of there, bro. This is I don't know if I could tell you this, but you might have a different look at me after I tell you this. I had a slight tinge of athlete's foot. What you think?
Oh my. Ew. Oh man, bro, that is like.
Now, my feet. There's no flaking. There's no.
Right, that's
nothing.
in the lice category.
Could be. Could be.
There's no what? There's no white flaking or cracking.
My feet are like porcelain. There's no indication.
Oh, so what is this? So you can't see this athlete's foot.
No. It was just in between my pinky toe, and it's just but just a little skin abrasion, like the skin was a little loose, hint of it, right? Just a hint. So of course I'm asking, where does this go? Oh, were you at a spa recently? Were you walking around barefoot in maybe a hotel shower or steam room? And you pick it up from other slobs, basically. It's not something that's just you're picking up at the house. It's like when you go out and you're in other area where other people are, that's where you pick it up. So I got that. Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Also, which is hereditary, have a little eczema on my elbow. Right here, I'll show you. I don't know if you could tell. Can you tell?
Yeah. A little seems a little rough. Maybe you fell down. Yeah. You scratch it a lot?
Yeah. Hereditary. Got some cream for that. I got some cream for the athlete's foot. Right? I've been on the cream for about 3 or 4 days. Definitely clearing up. The athlete's foot, definitely clearing up. But I felt, it's almost like you go in and you don't know what's wrong with your car sometimes. It's not giving you any problems, but you go in for a checkup and you go, you were low on oil? Oh, no, I didn't know that. We filled it up. That's the way I felt when I came out of there. I felt like I was low on oil in a few spots of my body, and now we're filling it back up. getting it to optimal level. And I would recommend anybody out there over the age of 50, especially, and this is where I felt really proud. She goes, you're not really susceptible to skin cancer due to your skin tone. Oh, God.
Oh, I knew it. Congratulations. Congratulations.
It was like, oh, this is what being Italian is all about.
I mean, you could list all the other perks from the food to the looks to the entertainment, and then you go, oh, by the way, you don't need sunscreen.
But she did look at my face, and the first thing she said is, no sunscreen?
Well, yeah. So, okay,
sun damage.
Because, why? Because, you
Sun
sure?
damage.
Oh, was she saying that because you have a nice tan? That's why I think she said it. You know what I mean? Sun damage, my ass. What's the guy? George Hamilton has no sun damage. He just looks fantastic all the time.
Well, I got to tell you, though, and if you look at men north of 50 years old that have been out in the sun, their skin, especially here, if you look here on their neck area here, it looks like tough leather.
Right. That's cool, though. Again.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yes, it is. That's Tommy Lee Jones. His whole face is like that.
Nah,
that's
bro,
like
it's a fucking. You don't want your chest looking like a fucking basketball. All right, that's the way it looks.
At a certain age, you do. It lets people know I've seen things. It's like it just kind of epitomizes everything you were saying about being a great parent. I see a man with a cringy neck like that, and if he's got a kid who's young, I know that kid's well disciplined because that leathered area there—that's a man who's been around.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that.
You ever see Sean Penn? Oh my God. I would poach him and make a jacket out of his skin. You ever see his? Holy shit. That is some serious leather. And it's already smoked because he has 5 packs of Marlboro a day. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. I sent you a message, an audio message. Did you get it?
Audio when? Today?
I gotta tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, and I don't know if you're doing this on purpose or what you're doing.
Probably know where you're going. Yeah.
I feel like I'm not getting texts back from you. I don't know if this is a planned. If you told Jackie, fuck him, because now he wants to text and he never texts before. What is going on? What's
What's it called? I noticed that too.
Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 texts unanswered.
Okay. A bunch of them I addressed as soon as I saw you, and I said I wanted to address your text when we were in the green room, and I said, you know, the one about the dude who does the cast, the one about the Tommy Cruise one.
Yeah,
but anyway, sometimes you send clips of people, and you don't say anything. You just send the clip, and then I, like some sort of trained parrot, I immediately text back all ripping on that person.
Yeah,
you know,
so I send it that way to give you no indication of how I feel about it.
Right.
So the response is unfiltered. That's what I'm looking for. Because generally speaking, I'm doing it selfishly because what you're going to send me back, I'm probably going to laugh at, right? But the last text was an audio voice memo I sent you when you were on stage about a joke that you were doing.
Oh, I did not get that.
I gave you a tag for the joke.
Dude, that's different. I would have got back to that instantly. We never do that. That's kind of exciting. I swear to God, I didn't get that. I did not get that. I just got the Tommy C.
But it's a new joke. I think it's a new joke.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to play. Hold on, I have to play.
You got to play your message.
Hold on.
You know how you're talking about the Top Chef, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to feed the homeless, and I'm going to give back to the community if I win." Go harder on the, you know what? Get your fucking knives and get the hell out of here. Food sucked. Clean your locker. Take your.
So okay, so you're doing a joke about. This is new, right? As I never heard before. So the Top Chef or whatever cooking show, they go, "Oh, if you win the money or if you win, what are you gonna do?" And then the chef goes, "Oh, I'm gonna feed the homeless, and I'm gonna take my platform and make sure that solve world hunger." And then the joke is, "We'll pack your fucking knives and get the fuck out of here because this food sucked or whatever." So I don't know exactly what you said, but my note was to go harder on, because it sounds like such a beautiful thing that they want to do, and the judges don't give a shit. Where they go, you know what? Go take your fucking apron off, clear out your locker, and get the fuck out of here. Because
I said if you run into Bobby Flay down the hall, don't say we're trying to do it.
But there's more to the bone, I think, on that. If you just leaned into the more of like how these judges are assholes, saying, you know what? Yeah, it's just the omelet sucked. It was dry.
From the food part. All right, because I only said, well, maybe shouldn't have put so much nutmeg in the cake batter.
It's like, you know what? You could still say that, but you go, pack your fucking knives and get the hell out of here. There's a car waiting for you in the driveway, and leave the apron behind, or whatever it is. That's anyway. It made me laugh, and it was a good.
Thank you.
It was a good joke.
And I didn't get that, and now I do see it. It was tucked right behind this Mark Twain tweet you sent me. So. Isn't it a picture of Mark Twain?
No. Is it Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Oh, it's the guy who looks like Mark Twain, but it's some guy interviewing Tom Cruise about okay. I got him confused because I thought that was with that. But you never, bro. It's like crazy, man. You never return texts. I was a little bit like doing what you do. I'm like, well, that's what he does, so he's not going to care. I'll just tell him how I feel about that podcast.
I'm just saying, recognize the lack of response. Fine. It's fine.
But you what? And sometimes we'll have a text, and all of a sudden you'll jump in a day later. So I
jump in. I still jump in, though.
Well, as soon as I saw you, I hit you with responses always, but okay, good to know. Good hang, man.
Good hang.
Looking forward to Vegas, baby.
Yeah, we got Vegas Friday or Saturday and Sunday this week. We will see. Well, this is going to air after that. We do have to mention that Pete is filming his special in Providence, Rhode Island, I believe. I think it's in, early June? What's the dates on that?
June 6th and 7th at the Comedy Connection. 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
Two shows, 4 shows altogether. Make sure you get tickets. This is going to be one of Pete's biggest and best specials of his career, especially if he's are you putting the Top Chef joke in there?
Yeah, anything I come up with, yes, I am.
All right, there you have it. Pete, Sebastian, we will see you next week.